What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness, across all social media platforms. This is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims, survivors, and the thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about good deeds coming from a narcissist or toxic person. How good deeds or no good deed, no, like if a narcissist or a toxic person does a good deed for you, there's a weight attached to it. There's a debt attached to it. Yay. So good deeds from narcissistic people are typically loans. It's like it's not a good deed. It's like I'm just doing something from the kindness of my heart. Typically, it's a loan. This good deed is a loan of good behavior, and that you have to pay back later on. Payback will be due later on. When I did, and could be you could be on an extended. Let me reboot, y'all. Narcissistic robot rebooting, talking too fast, overwhelmed, systems overheated. Powering back up. The good deed, like I said, you could be put on a long-term payment plan with a narcissistic person to repay that good deed. If they do something from you, like this narcissistic person, my narcissist used to be so nice, so kind to me, but then they will always use the good stuff that they did for me against me later on, which happens all the time. Not every time, but it happens all the time when you deal with narcissists and toxic people. Well, they will do something nice for you, do something good for you, and it seems like it's from the kindness of their own heart. You don't have to pay this debt back. This is if you ever went to college before and dealt with student loans, you think this narcissistic good deed, you think this is a Pell Grant. You don't have to pay this back. It's a grant. No, it is not a grant. Narcissists do not give you Pell Grants of good deeds and good behavior. They give you loans. This is literally student loan debt from a narcissist. You got to pay this back. You have to pay it back, y'all. No good deed. Like I said, no good deeds done from a lot of narcissists. Not all narcissists. I don't speak all narcissists. Good deeds that come from a lot of narcissists are rooted in selfishness. I'm doing something good for you now because I expect something from you later on. What I expect from you later on could be a plethora of different things. It could be, I expect you to forgive me for something later on. I expect you to, not hold me accountable for something later on. This stuff right here, I can use against you later on just to shut you up as well. And you can't look. If I do a good deed for you, you can't ever say I never done anything for you. I got this good deed right here. You see it, you felt it, you've experienced it. You know I've done good deeds for you before. You understand the dynamic. You know I'm a good person. You know I've done good deeds at least. I might not be the best of people, but I've at least done some good deeds for you. And you are a witness that I'm a good person. Now you are a witness that I can do some good deeds. You are a witness, correct? You see how that works right there though, y'all. You understand the dynamic of how that works and how that goes on and how that transpires with things like that. You know what I mean? So that's it right there. That's literally it. So if you're dealing with narcissistic people, understand that if they do something nice from you, always be suspicious. You want to be suspicious. I don't want to live like that. If you're watching this video or listening to my podcast and you think you are dealing with a narcissistic person, you think you're listening to this for a reason. There's a reason why you're listening to this, watching me talk right now. There's a reason. Be suspicious. Be suspicious, because sometimes good deeds of a narcissist is like if they've been horrible to you for a long time, y'all, and then out of nowhere they start being nice to you. They might have done something wrong. They might have done something heinous behind your back that they're feeling guilty for. So to try to make themselves feel better about doing you wrong, even though you don't know they've done you wrong, they'll start being nice to you. They'll start just doing the nicest things for you. Like, man, you've been super nice to me. Like, this is unexpected. I know I'm just being nice for you today, baby. I just love you and care about you so much. Whole time they done clap some cheeks behind your back. There's some freshly clapped cheeks across town that you have no idea about. But their subconscious mind knows about it, and it's making them feel guilty. But narcissists don't feel guilty, do they? Narcissistic people feel guilt on a spectrum, remorse on a spectrum. You know, It eats them up from the inside out, so they feel like they get persuaded to do good deeds for you. They self-persuade themselves to do good deeds for you to make up for the bad thing that they've done before. They've done before that you might not even know about. It doesn't have to be cheating. It can be hiding money. It can be stealing from you. It can be just lying to you. It can be something else. When they feel bad about something they've done, they'll do a good deed for you. But guess what? It still goes without. It doesn't go unpunished. It can still be used against you later on. If let's say I cheat on you, this is the easy. Let's say I steal money from you, y'all. I steal money from you, right? You don't know I stole you. I'd have hit your purse. You know, I don't went into your purse. Like, look, I don't went into your purse, took your shoehorn. I took your shoehorn out your purse. You don't know it, right? This is a golden shoehorn, by the way, y'all. I done went in there, took your shoehorn. You don't know about it. You looking for your shoehorn everywhere. I done lost it. I feel so bad that I done lost your shoehorn. I'm doing good deeds for you out of nowhere. You don't know this. You don't know I took your shoehorn. You don't know where it's at. I'm doing good deeds for you before I feel bad about it. So guess what? You can you check the cameras. You roll the cameras back, right? And you see me go in your purse and take your shoehorn, right? Now you're blaming me. But then here I go. Guess what? I did some good deeds for you that same day, didn't I? I did some good deeds for you the next day, didn't I? So you worried about a damn shoehorn when I took you out to dinner at your favorite restaurant. You worried about a shoehorn when I got you 3 dozen of your favorite roses. You worried about a shoehorn when I clapped the cheeks to the rhythm and the blues of I clapped the steam off the cheeks. You worry about a shoehorn. You see, those good deeds are being used against you, even though those good deeds came from a place of selfishness. So I wrote this analogy down, y'all. I was talking to somebody. I was doing a Zoom call yesterday, and I wrote this fire analogy down. Y'all know, y'all. Look, I'm gonna change my name from Mental Illness to the Analogy King on YouTube. I'm just joking, but I thought about this yesterday because while I was talking to a woman yesterday, and some of my video ideas come from people I speak to, but I don't tell their stories. I don't repeat their stories. But she's like, yeah, he should do so many good deeds for me. And I was just like, look, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, y'all, the tree of good deeds has selfish roots. The tree of good deeds that a narcissist has planted has selfish roots. The roots are selfish. The roots are dug deep into the ground and they come from a selfish place. You get an apple from the good deed tree. It still has selfish roots. It's sucking up the soil and stuff like that. A lot of narcissistic people are selfish people. Y'all, not all narcissistic champions, but a lot of narcissistic people are selfish people. They just absolutely are. So if you're dealing with narcissistic people, just be on the lookout, y'all. BOLO, just like just an APB. Put attention to all good deeds, because if they're doing a good deed for you, you can damn near guarantee that they've done something behind your back, out of nowhere, or they're planning. This could be preemptive. This is where this is where it gets a little dark, y'all. They'll do good deeds for you for a little bit and be planning on cheating on you, be planning on lying to you. They already got the cheat planned. I'm gonna cheat. I got a cheat plan. It's Monday. Well, it's Thursday right now, Thursday the 22nd. So I gotta cheat on Saturday, right? So I'm gonna be good to her or him for the next 2 days, and they'll just be so nice to me on Saturday. They won't even question where I'm going. I'm going to clap some cheeks. They don't even know where I'm going. So guess what? Boom, set you up. Gotcha. Gotcha's gonna get you. That's what I don't even know where they came from. They came from an old movie. Gotcha's gonna get you, y'all. Like, seriously, this is the stuff that you deal with when you're dealing with narcissistic people, y'all. This is part of it right here, y'all. It just is. No good deed. Like, they're very rarely when you see a narcissistic person, once they get into the relationship dynamic with you, once they get to know you and stuff like that, once the relationship has been solidified, very rarely will they do a good deed that they won't bring up later on. Very rarely, because if they do a good deed for you and something bad happens down the road, they're going to bring up that good deed. So was it really a good deed? Was it a good deed or was it an okay deed right now? Good deeds don't get brought up later on. Good deeds don't get used, intent matters, y'all. Good deeds don't get used later on as leverage against you and things like that. So it's a mindset thing, y'all. It really, really is a mindset thing. So if you're dealing with narcissistic people, you know what I mean? You got to be wary. You just got to be on the lookout for things like that, because they will absolutely do good things for you. Some narcissistic people are very nice some narcissists do give you genuinely good things, but they can still use that against you later on. This is not the end all be all right here, y'all. Really, really doesn't. It's really not the end all be all. So you had to deal with that story. You had to deal with that progress. You had to deal with the process and things like that. And it's understandable. So you have to power up and power through it. But anyways, y'all, look. October 15th, Austin, Texas, live meetup. We have 100, y'all, the live meetup, there's a maximum capacity of about 200 people. There's already 102 people booked, and we still have 3 weeks to go, y'all. So if y'all want to get registered up for that, the meet and greet part of it is free, y'all. You can come meet a support system, come meet everybody or whatever. But there's a private, small Q&A. There'll be a small, intimate group of about 30 people. I think there's only 8 people registered for that. So it's small, intimate. You can get more questions answered by psychologists, self-aware narcissists, other coaches, survivors. I'm just telling y'all, this is gonna be an interesting experience. Anyway, go to Narc Avengers, NARC Avengers.com/Texas and get registered up for that, y'all. You mean it's gonna be a great experience. And then November 19th, we'll be in Toronto, Canada, doing something very, very similar. We're just waiting on the venue and things like that for Toronto, y'all. So just stay tuned for more. Coming to Texas, I'll see y'all in Texas. Virginia Beach, Virginia this weekend is like a little workshop or whatever. That is pretty booked up. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you. Mental Illness is out. Peace.